Okay, guys, I just want to do a quick video because, well, I felt it was kind of important now that I know Mighty Number Nine's been out. I forgot about it. And yeah, today's the day. Hey, and I've seen the reviews for it. Well, not not videos for it. I've seen the written down stuff, the Metacritic scores. It's abysmal. And I even read the wiki, and it says right down here, the post-release stuff has been abysmal. It has been averaging mixed to average reviews. Now I want to talk about here's what happened. When I first saw this, I thought, oh my god, this is going to be awesome. Finally, something else related to Mega Man. And then I did some research on who Keiji Inafune was. And turns out he's not the father of Mega Man in the same way Shigeru Miyamoto is the father of Mario. If anything, he would be what Walt Disney is to Mickey Mouse. Now, I know what you're thinking. How does that change anything? Here, allow me to put this in more game perspective. Dude, we all know that Bayonetta was designed by a woman. Basically, Keiji Inafune is the only contribution he made to the original to Mega Man was what that woman did to Bayonetta. He designed Mega Man, not the games, but Mega Man's design, if you know what I mean, like his appearance. Literally, here, take a look. Look, it says my number 9 was very closely resembled the early Mega Man games in both gameplay and character design. With the lead producer, he is a producer for this game. Let's see. Let's take a look at his work with the original Mega Man game. The original. What is he? It has him labeled as a freaking artist. That's it. He wasn't a programmer. He wasn't a producer. He wasn't a director. None of those. For the original Mega Man. And I know what you're thinking. Oh, but that's just the original Mega Man. Let's take a look at what his involvement was in every main Mega Man game. And just the main ones. Okay, let's see. Developer was Capcom, publisher Capcom, director Akira Kitamiku, producer. Again, he's only an artist again in Mega Man 2. So, let's try 3. Again, only an artist. Let's try 4 now. Again. Oh wait, no, actually, he's video game designer now. Let's take a look at what that means. So, the only thing Mega Man's quote-unquote father worked on was Mega Man 4 so far. So, keep in mind, 4 is when people So, keep in mind, 4 is when he started actually making gameplay with it. That's that's at the end of the first half. Now let's take a look. Oh, again, look at that. Back when it comes time for Mega Man 5, he's back to just being an artist. Yes, not a designer like he was in 4. So technically, for half the series, since he basically went Mega Man 1. He was only a art, like his only involvement was in the art department. Mega Man 2, he was in the art department. Mega Man 3, art department. Mega Man 4, he finally got involved in gameplay, but that was it. During 5, he went back to being only in the art department. And I know what you're thinking, oh, but he was a designer and in the gameplay for 4, so that counts, right? Well, that would, except if he didn't immediately just go back to being in the art department afterwards for 5. Doesn't that kind of send up red flags? I mean, 1, 2, 3, the first 3 games, he's an art designer. And then in the 4th game, he becomes a gameplay designer and then goes back to art designing. Doesn't that say he kind of did something? Either A, he felt, oh, I'm not cut out for the gameplay aspect, or B, the company felt he was not good at being a gameplay designer and moved him back to art management. Either he himself thought he was better suited for the art management of the franchise, or A, the company moved him back to art management because they thought he was better at the art management. But let's take a look at 6. Again, he's artist. 7. Then again, artist. And 8. Again, let's take a look. Okay, he's a producer. Sure, so pretty much out of the original 8 Mega Man games, out of all of them, pretty much. Heck, let's go to Mega Man and Base. Let's see what's his involvement. So, if we count the pretty much spin-off of Mega Man and Base, which most people wouldn't count, he's basically been involved in gameplay. He's basically been involved in gameplay only in 4. So one of the 8 games, original 8, he was involved with gameplay. And 8, he was a producer. Sir, and so basically he was involved in making the gameplay in Mega Man 4. That's it. 1 through 7, he was just an art designer. So 1 through 7, except for 4, he was just involved with the art design for the characters, stages, and yada yada yada. The art, basically. The physical hand-drawn stuff. 4 was the only time he was ever involved with the gameplay. And 8 in Mega Man and in Base, considered the last 2, the ones that basically stopped the original franchise and were the last ones, he was a producer. Seems a little weird. Then let's take a look at 9. He was a producer there. And 10. He was a producer. So 4 out of 10. So let's see. Producer. So 4 games, he was a producer. And a 5th game, he made gameplay. That's not a good track record. Especially since his only experience was in indie stuff with a big company. Mega Man X and 10 and 9 were made with indie tech, meaning they were meant to be They were specifically made so that they felt like they were 8-bit, it just like the other ones. 8 and 16-bit, just like the other Mega Man games. So he didn't have to worry about it. This was his first time being a producer for a Mega Man style game that took the new Super Mario Bros. Last New Super Mario Bros. Wii, New Super Mario Bros. 2, New Super Mario Bros. U approach, where they brought Mario into 2.5D. Basically, that's what he had to do with Mega Man, and it was a lot more complicated. Not only was it more complicated than what he did with Capcom before 9 and 10, and but he had to do it with a team that was basically meant to do stuff like 9 and 10. His team was an indie team, basically the size of a group of people that you would think would be working on stuff like Mega Man 9 and 10 or Shantae or Shovel Knight, 8-bit, 16-bit games with slightly better stuff that you couldn't get back then. But no, he took a team that was meant to work on stuff like Shovel Knight or Shantae, and rather than get their feet wet and let them start with stuff like that, he basically tried to do what Shantae's doing now, where Shantae's going now that they've had plenty of games to practice, they're going for a 2.5D game. He's taking an indie team and having them go straight into a 2.5D game, and that's where all the problems started. And the fact that he didn't he's not the father of Mega Man's gameplay. And if you don't believe me, and say, "Oh, that's bullcrap," I bet Shigeru Miyamoto was just as involved was only Mario's designer and nothing more. Well, let's take a look at not even the original Mario Bros. Let's just take a look at let's take a look at let's take a look at what Shigeru Miyamoto was. He was a director, producer, and designer for Mario. Yeah, yeah. Wow, impressive. Oh, and I know what to man. Basically, basically, again, this just proves you really didn't. There was really no way. Yeah, yeah. There was really no way for Mighty Number 9 to succeed. It was not meant Apologies again for it was not meant to succeed. Or it was meant to succeed. He wanted it to succeed, but it wasn't possible. You're gonna have to pretty pretty much, I definitely recommend checking out this guy's video for it, and he'll do a better job of explaining why Mega Man failed. I mean, not Mega Man, Mighty Number 9 fail fails, but it was even further at being a Mega Man game. I just wanted to bring up how Mighty Number 9 was pretty, because we didn't know how involved KG Inafune was with Mega Man. He was just a producer. So for one half of the games, he was just the guy who designed the look, who drew the pictures and not drew the enemies, drew the characters, and all that. And then for the other half of the games, he was just a supervisor, the guy who walked around. Shigeru Miyamoto in the first Mario game and most of the Mario games was not only the producer but also so the director and a gameplay designer. And those of you who are going to say Keiji Inafune was a part of the gameplay, yeah, for one game. And how many years ago was that? Exactly. He's rusty. If at best he is rusty, and this just shows. Well, I'm out. Leave your comments below and tell me what you think of this.